Call of Duty announced yesterday in their patch notes that the new Raygun as well as the Decimator shield inside of Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies have finally been buffed. Thank the Lord, because let me tell you, especially the Raygun was an absolute disappointment. But the question is, how good are these two wonder weapons now, and are they viable for going through the Easter egg? Now obviously there is the free Raygun Easter egg inside of Terra Maledicta that you can do anytime you want if you're trying to get yourself a free Raygun. All you're going to need is a shovel and a hell of a lot of patience, because this Easter egg is somewhat annoying. It honestly might be easier just to get it out of a loot chest at some point, but we're going to go ahead and do the free Easter egg because, well, we're already here. Now, we did do a video on whether or not the einhorn shotgun or the Raygun was better, and we're going to go ahead and find that out again today by taking the einhorn shotgun as well as the Raygun up against these zombies. And here we are on round 6, and as you can see, the Unpack-a-Punch Raygun is still, yeah, the Unpack-a-Punch Raygun is still doing nothing against these zombies. We're talking 60 damage. That is absolutely nothing for a wonder weapon inside of Call of Duty. Let's go ahead and pack-a-punch this bad boy and see if that helps even just a little bit. Run up here, we got ourselves some zombies right in here, and okay, 900. I think when we had it before, it was doing 600 when it was first pack-a-punched. So that's definitely a buff. It almost feels like the regular base Raygun is worse for some weird reason, but maybe it's just because it's round 6. Maybe I got it a little bit later than before. But the Pack-a-Punch Raygun seems alright at the moment anyway. So the Pack-a-Punch Raygun doing 900 per shot to one zombie. Now let's take the einhorn up against one zombie, and we are doing 1500. We're doing 1500 with the Pack-a-Punch Tier 1 einhorn shotgun. The splash damage on this thing is really not that much, but you can take out multiple at once. Obviously you could with the shotgun as well. Maybe you're, it's honestly tough to say. I was honestly shocked the first time we did this that the Raygun was that much worse than the einhorn shotgun. But honestly, even after the buff, I think I would still rather use the einhorn shotgun than the Raygun inside of this game. The nice part about the Raygun is it does have a lot more ammo, so you don't have to worry about reloading as much as you do with the einhorn shotgun. The mobility is better as well, but I don't know if those pros outweigh the cons of using the Raygun compared to the einhorn shotgun. Let's go ahead and pack-a-punch this thing again, and then we'll see how it does, as well as getting the new Decimator shield. Honestly, doing these objectives, I can definitely say that I like the mobility of the Raygun more, but the damage that the einhorn shotgun does just cannot be ignored, especially to Zabala the Deceiver and the other enemies inside of the game. Obviously, another thing you have to worry about with the Raygun is splash damage, which is obviously going to really hurt you in times when you are already low on health, especially in something like the sacrifice objective that we're doing right now, because let me tell you, I'm kind of getting my cheeks clapped a little bit. We've unlocked the Decimator shield, so we're going to go ahead and take that up against some zombies here in just a second. But first, let's go Pack-a-Punch the Raygun again and see if it's any better than the einhorn shotgun at Pack-a-Punch Tier 2. So now, okay, so now we're doing 1800 damage on each zombie as we're killing them. So again, that's not bad by any means, and especially with the einhorn shotgun doing 1497, but that's only Pack-a-Punch Tier 1. Against Zabala, the Raygun's doing almost 3000 damage though, so maybe this is a little bit more useful against Zabala now than it was before. Also, adding something like Splatterfest, I don't know if you guys have done this yet, but adding Splatterfest to the Raygun is quite a bit of fun. We're going to horde these guys up, and then we're going to fire a ton of Raygun shots in there with Splatterfest, just for the memes. Also, how's this thing doing against the Stormkrieger? That's what I want to know. Where's the Stormkrieger at? Oh, look at him up there. Oh, he's straight chilling. So we're doing 3600 damage to a Stormkrieger, which is pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie. But I still don't know if it's worth it compared to the einhorn. We have all these zombies in here, and Splatterfest, as you can see, because this is considered an explosive weapon, all the zombies are exploding when they're killed with an explosive weapon due to Splatterfest, and it is a really good way to manage taking out hordes. Now let's go try out the Decimator shield and see if that got any kind of a melee buff compared to what it already had, because as you know, the Decimator shield currently, at least before the patch, only worked like a normal melee weapon, so it didn't do a whole lot of damage. The Decimation Blast is still a 90-second cooldown, which is one of the biggest problems with this thing. However, it did take that zombie out in one shot, so at least the melee is stronger than it was before. I think our best bet will be trying it on this Stormkrieger here. It did, okay, so it only did 840 damage. Let's try the Decimation Blast. And yeah, I mean, it took out like half the health of the Stormkrieger. Unfortunately, we can't do the Decimation Blast again. But he's still stunned. So he was stunned for quite a bit. But yeah, this thing, that thing ain't it. I think the Decimator shield still needs a decent amount of work. We still need to have maybe like a 10-second cooldown. Not a minute and a half. That's absolutely ridiculous. Maybe the full Corrupted Heart Easter egg will have something to do with making the Decimator shield just a little bit better. Honestly, comparing these three weapons, the Einhorn shotgun, the Decimator shield, and the ray gun, I still think of the three, I would probably go with the Einhorn because A, you can spawn in with it, which is always super nice. You don't have to wait to get it. B, it's just stronger. I mean, we're doing a decent amount of damage to these zombies with the ray gun, but I don't think that it's enough to warrant using it instead of the Einhorn. We're doing 1800 damage, whereas with the Einhorn, we're doing 1497. I mean, we're doing 300 less damage with the Einhorn at Pack-a-Punch Tier 1 than we are with the ray gun at Pack-a-Punch Tier 2. Honestly, the ray gun is a hell of a lot better than it was. That is absolutely for sure, because before it was like a 3 or 4 shot kill on round 7 to kill a lot of these zombies, whereas now, I mean, we're working with a one-shot kill, which is nice. At least it's scaling up with the round damage. The ray gun is definitely a lot more viable than it was before. That is absolutely for sure. I do still think it needs even more of a buff, as well as the Decimator shield. The Decimator shield still needs a massive buff, because while it's nice that you can melee one zombie, taking them out just like that is not that great. The only real useful function the Decimator shield has is its Decimation Blast. I mean, we absolutely destroyed those zombies there, but you have to wait 90 seconds for it to come back. If they're gonna buff the Decimator shield, they need to cut down on that cooldown, because that is an absolutely ridiculous long time. Having to wait 90 seconds to do that again makes the Decimator shield not worth it in the slightest. Now, if you're still unaware of how to get a free ray gun inside of Terra Maledicta, then go ahead and click on this video right here on the screen. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Big shout out to all the channel members over on the channel, and an extra special shout out to all of the Zombie Richtofen members, starting off with the M60 wielding maniac, Deathwish, my guy, Ben the Bulldozer, and the man, the myth, the legend, Tis Brandon, ZR.